The New Year Spectre, a poignant story of a struggling writer. Snow drifts down in gentle flakes, blanketing the quiet London street in white. You stand at the doorstep of a large, warmly lit house, your breath visible in the freezing air. In your hands you hold a bag of presents and a tray of food and drinks, small offerings for the New Year's gathering inside. Your fingers tighten around the handles, anticipation mixing with hesitation. Just as you reach for the doorbell, a voice cuts through the silence. "Tony, don't ring the bell." Startled, you turn to see a figure emerge from the shadows, a mysterious figure cloaked in black. "Who are you?" you ask, stepping back. "A friend," the figure replies. "I've brought you a New Year's gift." You eye him warily. "What kind of gift?" "The truth you deserve to know. But first, send a message to your friends. Tell them you're not coming. Something urgent has come up." You hesitate. "Is this some kind of joke?" "Do as I say, and you'll understand." Your gaze flickers back to the house. The warmth inside beckons you, but something in the figure's tone makes you pause. With a sigh, you pull out your phone and send a message. As soon as you do, the figure gestures, and in an instant, the world shifts. The cold vanishes, replaced by the warmth of the living room. Yet, no one notices your presence. You have become a shadow, an invisible observer. Inside, the celebration is in full swing. A Christmas tree still twinkles in the corner, despite it being New Year's Day. Around the dining table sit three couples, Bob, Fred, Kenny and their wives, laughing and chatting over wine. Fred glances at his phone and smirks. Tony's not showing up. Who didn't see that coming? Kenny leans back. How's he doing lately? Feels like he's been keeping to himself. Fred shrugs. Same old Tony, acting too busy or mysterious. But what's he really got going on? Bob pours himself a glass of wine, inspecting the deep red liquid. Probably working some dead-end job or unemployed. Same story, going from A to B then back to A, stuck in his own loop. Fred chuckles. Honestly, it's better this way. 3 couples and just him? That would have been awkward. Bob takes a sip, savouring it. Exactly, he'd be embarrassed just sitting here. Fred swirls his drink. I've been married 10 years now. It's hard to relate to someone who's not married. I keep the friendship alive out of nostalgia, really. Kenny turns to Bob. Hey, Bob, is Tony still chasing that writer dream of his? Kenny's wife raises a brow. A writer? What does he write? Bob's wife scoffs. He's not really a writer, is he? To call yourself that, you've got to have something published, like my husband. Bob smirks. Tony writes literature. Evergreen topics, he says, but it's not exactly marketable. Kenny snorts. Still dreaming, huh? He should have given up years ago, Bob says. If he had any real talent, his stubbornness would have made him famous by now. You can't keep fooling yourself. After 40, it's time to get serious. Fred leans forward. Now, Bob, that's a writer. At least he writes what sells. Fred's wife beams. And a successful one, too. All my friends read your relationship column. Bob shrugs modestly. I just write to pay the bills. Blogs, recipes, fortune-telling, satire. You name it. Literature? That's for dreamers who like being broke. Kenny smirks. Be honest, how's Tony's writing? Bob takes another sip, letting the moment stretch before answering. Amateur at best. I told him his novels wouldn't sell, but he never listened. That's why he's poor, and I'm rich. I've got the house, the money, the connections, and a beautiful wife. His wife giggles, leaning in to kiss his cheek. She purrs. You're too modest, Bobby. You're brilliant. Your chest tightens. Their laughter cuts deeper than you want to admit. You clench your fists as the conversation shifts from mockery to pity. Tony's still single, isn't he? Fred's wife asks. No house, no savings, nothing. Fred shakes his head. Funny, isn't it? He was the most talented back in school. It's like having a winning hand and folding. Kenny sighs. I heard he's renting in a rough neighbourhood. Hope it's not too dangerous. Bob swirls his wine. If something happened to him, who'd even notice? We're probably the closest thing he has to family. Kenny's wife sighs. Poor guy. He should have come tonight. It's warmer here. Fred chuckles. Don't pity him too much. He chose this path. You've heard enough. You turn on your heel and walk out of the house, the mysterious figure following silently. Outside, the street is quiet, the snowflakes drifting gently to the ground. Under a street lamp, you stop, staring up at the sky. Your breath is unsteady, your hands trembling. Why did you show me this? You ask, your voice barely above a whisper. The mysterious figure gazes at you. To remind you of the truth. You let out a bitter laugh. The truth? That I'm a failure? That my so-called friends think I'm a joke? No, the figure says. The truth is, you've spent your life chasing a dream they'll never understand. They measure success in paychecks and property. You measure it in words, stories, and the lives you'll touch. You look down at the bag of gifts, your grip tightening. And what has it gotten me? The figure's voice is gentle. Time will tell, but don't let their words define you. Your story isn't over yet. The figure steps back into the shadows, vanishing into the night. Snow continues to fall, the world quiet and still. You take a deep breath, straighten your shoulders, and turn toward home. Your path is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Your story is far from over.